This is a very exciting Tinkering with Tony. We reassemble Tony's motor completely and see the final product. Next step is getting it into the car and getting it down the track. Watch it all here on Tinkering with Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony G. You can see Tinkering with Tony. Today is our episode. We're going to put most of this motor together tonight. We're going to put the camshaft in, put the heads on it, put the front cover on it, the oil pan, get it all together so I can put it together and run it. So without further ado, we're going to first put the camshaft in. Here's my new camshaft, Howard cam. I have the spec sheet right here. This explains everything to you. The lift and everything is right on there. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking camshaft? I think so. Okay, now when you put these in, you gotta lube every one of these lobes with this stuff. This is a braking lube, assembly lube, whatever you want to call it. You have to do every lobe. Make sure it's completely covered. Because if you don't do that, first initial startup, these bad boys are like sandpaper. You want to feel how rough that is, kind of. Oh yeah. Being a camshaft. So we're gonna start and we're gonna work our way in. We're gonna do a little, set it in there, do a little, set it in there. And they recommend having a tool in here so you can hold it, because the farther you get in, you ain't gonna pick it up.
You lose your fulcrum.
So the old man made a tool, got a long bolt. It's about 8 inches long. Piece of pipe. You put it in here, you screw it in, like voila. Now you got a tool to hold it. And when you put it in, you can pick it up with that. So hence we start. I'm gonna set this bad boy right here. Put a little in the lobes too. You make sure you do this and then spread it around with your hand. See how nicely lubricated that is? I'm going to slide this boy in here, like so. Make sure you don't nick the bearings with the lobes as you walk in, because it's copper. This you can line it up. There. See, that's one section. Okay, now we're going to try to get this to go in the next. Oh, it's the hotline. It's the bat phone, Robin. Continue on. More goop. Look at that, boy. We're making a nice job out of this. Then Howard's cam says that when you put their lifters in, you don't put this stuff on the sides of the lifter. You only put it on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I said, okay, well, why is that? Why wouldn't you put it on the sides to make it go up without lubrication? He said, you don't want that. This is the motor oil will take care of that. The only thing you want broken in is this, not the sides, because this has got an additive in it that would actually smooth it out. And you don't want to make it any looser because the oil pressure's in there.
Right.
Oh, so I learned a lot of things checking up on the old books.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a first.
Look at this. Oh, you know what's going to be a bummer is getting this last section in, just this little handle here. This assembly lube is from Howard's cams. I'm gonna put that on this gear. I'm not gonna put that stuff on. I'm gonna put their stuff on. So if there's a problem,
Hey, I used your
I
stuff.
use your stuff to do it. So this way, the warranty. This camshaft here is warranted for 3 years against anything. So if this falls apart, didn't break in right, I can send it back and get a new camshaft for free.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. Here we go, last section. This is gonna be fun. Make sure you don't bang up all the things. Find the hole, Tony. There it goes. Look at that. Oh my goodness. She even tweens. Okay, we got that in. This thing can come off. Okay, now get all the parts. Everything's cleaned up. I marked everything. This is the retaining plate for the camshaft. It also has a shim. And this is the pin for her. This pin goes in the Judah, like that. It goes like this. You see, it only goes on there one way. You can see the oil doohickey. Can't be this way. Of course. You can see it can only go one way. The bolts won't line up otherwise. Make sure you put Loctite on the bolts because you don't want these babies backing out when you're driving down the road, or like me, racing. So, yeah, that's, now we're gonna put the timing chain on. What you wanna do is put this baby on here and spin this to this dot is facing straight down. So it lines up here. Now, this is the lower gear. If you notice, there's 3 keys. This is if you want to advance the timing. See how it says A? And this one's R for retard. The way this would work is if you degree the cam, you'd want to put it on advance for the bottom end, which means from initial start to up to 35 to 4,000 RPMs, the timing is advanced, the way it got more pep. The retard is on the top end. If you want to go faster on the top end, you put in retard and the timing comes in later. So this, you want to put this on, line this up. This should slide on. I'm going straight on. A little snug fit, but notice the marks are lined up straight up. That's what you want. This is a double roller. Usually it's just one roll chains, a little wider, but it's only one roll. This has got 2 with 2 sets of gears for better performance, better reliability mainly. Tap this in first. There she goes. Here you go, man. Set it up. See if you can get it going up.
There we
Is that
go.
like butter or what?
Like butter.
Okay, this marks just a little hair, but I bet you if we just turn it a little bit, it'll be there. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
But this might be off a hair too. This might not be all the way up.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not degreeing it, that's why I'm not worried about it. 'Cause it's not going to be a all-out super duper interference motor. No, this is basically stock. Like me, stock. You get old, you become stock. Right on.
Oh, it's a 2000. No, yeah, it's right now.
Don't you say that. See, now it's straight up and down. See? Bing, bing. Up and down.
Bing it a bang it a boom.
It's whatever he says, that's what it is.
Bing it a bang it a boom.
This bad timing chain kind of hooked up. I'm going to rotate the motor a couple of times and make sure this mark lines up like that. Oh, look at that. It's not lined up. It's up here. Just remember, this turns twice to this once. The crank always turns twice to one revolution of the camshaft. So here's the moment of truth. Look at that. Look at that. We are golden. Golden. We are golden. Now we got to put this pretty little cover on there. Timing chain cover. Brand new seals installed. You can see this will go on here like a so. But you're gonna have to put the gasket on there, El Gaskiola. Let's see. There. That's there it is. He's lined up. Yep. He's lined up right. Yep. So what you do? Get a can of this stuff. All-purpose spray adhesive. Probably saying, what am I going to do with that? You go around the edges where you're going to put the gasket. And you spray the backside of the gasket that goes against it. Don't spray yourself like I did. Air it out for a second.
Get her nice and tacky.
Get it nice and tacky, and then this baby will stick right where you put it. See how that sticks there? Look at that. Is that a nice job or what? Beautiful. This is the snout. You gotta have that to put the cover on. And you can't forget old Mother Nature slinger. This is an oil slinger. What this does is it keeps the oil from really beating on that seal. So this goes on before you even think about putting that cover on, like so. And that keeps the oil from going against here. And don't lose this little key. That's for this bad boy. That's the keyways on the bottom on this one. Okay, now I gotta find my bolts for that. Front cover bolts. See? Voila. If you notice, I cleaned them up and painted them all nice and pretty, so they look nice. Now what they tell you to do in the book, this is the book, this ain't me. They tell you to put the cover up there, put this in. Okay, let's go back to step one here. Now what that does is it centers the seal on the cover, so the seal is perfectly centered before you bolt it down. Now there's different size head bolts, or size bolts if you look. You got a 3/8 and you got a 5/16 bolt. The 5/16 bolts go up on the top, like right in here. These big heavy ones there's 4 of them that go down here. But the heads are the same size, 1/2 inch.
Got your DeWalt?
Got my DeWalt. I'm just snugging these. There we go. Now what I like to do, I'm old school. I like to feel the torque. So I'll check these and make sure they're tight. She's starting to look like a motor. She's right back off. Look at that, huh? Just like butter. Just like I thought I was knowing what I was doing, but don't know about that. Go back. There we go. Now we're ready to put the bottom end together.
So what did you spray on the bottom end?
That's the oil that I used.
Oh, okay.
That's this stuff all over the motor. It's probably too much, but let's see if I. But you want to make sure it's primed before you put it on. Any amount of oil would work. Look at it, it's pumping it right out. See? I'm going backwards, supposed to go this way. Now, the trick of this is, see this little clip on this rod? The reason that clip is there is in the motor where that comes through, way down in there, there's a small hole. You ain't gonna see it. There's a small hole that this rod goes through. And they put this on there that when this distributor drives it, like so, that when you go to pull it off, it doesn't do that. And that's what happens to the rod. It falls in the pan. So they put this clip on there. You can't go through the hole. This stops it. When you pull this out, that stays there. So that's a trick. So you gotta remember, make sure this is there. And another trick is try to put this thing in like this, and look what happens. The oil comes out, but the rod falls out. A little trick my father showed me is get a little bit of grease. We got a little grease on it, see that? Put that in there, and that keeps that from falling out. Technically it's supposed to, but we'll see how good I am. I've worked on a lot of Chryslers. Ha ha. It thought it was gonna beat me, huh? Find the holes there, like so. Pump is on, gasket's in place, rod is still there. Boy, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. I don't want to fool you, friends.
It's like you're a professional.
Yeah, like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, right. Now we gotta put this bad boy on. This is the pickup. This is what sucks the oil out of the bottom of the oil pan. What do you think, David? Are we doing a good job?
Oh, super duper.
What about me?
What?
I think it looks great.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks,
you're doing
Jen. Does it
awesome.
look good? Am I doing a good job, Jen?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you keep an eye on this old guy. Make sure I'm doing a good job. I bought a Milden dipstick because I didn't have one. I'm gonna make sure it clears all this stuff because I didn't have a factory one. I have to drill the block out and make sure it fits. Look at this, right where it's, I hate myself, I am so good. See, I had to grind this to fit because it wouldn't clear the block. I had to drill out the hole because this was bigger than the stock hole for the dipstick. And they said this is for it. And I said, it can't be, it's too big. The old man made it work. Here, we have a pretty new gasket. It's gonna be so pretty. Before you put this on, where these seams are, you gotta put a little of this silicone. Because that gasket is not gonna fill that hole. That's a lump in there, so I could get that out. Good.
Yummy.
Yeah, yummy to the tummy. My father used to do that all the time. He used to go, "Arr!" He did that with paint, grease, anything, just to get me sick. Dad, what? It's good. You gotta try it. I did once.
Did you?
And I said, he is just pulling my leg. There ain't no way he put that in his mouth because it is terrible. Now we gotta run off and get the oil pan. 1966 Ford oil pan. Whew. She's coming together. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't it a thing of beauty? I think so. Always start from the center out. Never, yeah. She's being a comedian here. I just make her do this hard work.
I'm free now if you need me.
We're gonna install the cylinder heads. But first, when you put these gaskets on, you gotta make sure you read the gasket. It says front. I actually went to the book because I didn't know for sure. And after I put them the way the book says, there it is. Big old bold letters, front. Guess they're trying to get the stupid guys out of this. Let's see if I can get it under without dropping it on my toe. Like magic, they're on.
Wow.
Cylinder head bolts. In their own box and cleaned up. Look at it, just like brand new. Polish these babies up. They recommend putting a dab of oil on these bolt threads. So a little dab will do it. Now the longer bolts are the topper ones. Now we're going to torque these babies down. They want you to do it in sequence, which means they want you to go 20 foot-pounds, which we did with the little impact gun. Now we're going to 65, and then we're going to end up at 95. So 65 is our next setting. There it is. Okay. And remember, start and do it in a circle. I'm going up to 95 foot-pounds right now. That's the final set. There's 90 to 0 to 9. Flick it over to 5. Lock her down. That's my boat. And when you're doing it, you want to make sure you do it in slow, steady, not jerking the wrench. You gotta just keep going until it clicks. You don't want to go like this and give it tugs, because that ain't gonna make it right. And the head gaskets, they only go on one way. You had them wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Voila! We got it. Now we stick the lifters in the holes. Get the cover that goes in there, the valley pan cover. See if the intake will fit. There they are. All the lifters are in the holes. Voila! Now this is a splash shield. This is to keep the oil from getting on the intake manifold and burning on it, sticking on it, making it gooey.
Before Tony.
I see that. That was easier on your side. How come?
Yeah, that's right.
He's got over 12 to 1400 horse. So. Try to do this without squishing my fingers.
Oh my god.
This thing's looking huge.
It is a big motor.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Oh, now comes the fun part. I bought new bolts.
Right when the fun part was happening.
The reason I'm putting the washers on these bolts, because this is aluminum, and when you try to put this on without a washer and you turn it, it cuts up the aluminum. It's like a blade, a knife blade. You want to put something between them. It's going to be a holy terror. Excuse me. I just can't believe all the parts are disappearing off of this, man.